Hello, everybody. My name is Jared Morningstar, and I'd like to first thank Larry and Cheryl for putting this event together and keeping it going for 10 years. That's wonderful. I'd also like to thank Creative 360 for hosting this incredible event. Every single person that's come up here to read or will, and everyone that's here to listen. You're inspiring, and we're fighting the good fight. We're here to celebrate art, and we're here to promote art. It has never, ever been more important than it is right now, because there are people in power who would love to shut this down, and it makes sense. And it makes sense because art is empowering, and art is empowering to those who do not have it for several reasons. Art shares perspectives, and we all are different elements of life, and we need those perspectives if we're going to become people who have a greater understanding of the world around us. Art is empowering because it allows us to allow others to become aware of our personal situations and lives, things we're experiencing, because it's not just about us, because guaranteed there's always someone out there who can experience those things too, who have experienced those things too, and when we share our personal selves, that lets everyone else know that we're not alone. And art is also empowering in the world of education, where there's plenty of times now, but really throughout our history, where there's plenty, for several reasons, things that have happened that we try, or not we, but other people try to keep hidden from us so that we can just go on with our lives and not know that these things are happening. But we need to, because if we don't, then every single one of these things can happen again. This piece that I'm about to share is written about the Mount Pleasant Indian Industrial Boarding School, the ruins of which are 5 minutes walking distance from my home. And if you know anything about the history of Native American boarding schools in this country, you know how terrible it is, and it only gets worse the more you learn. And if you don't, it's not a fun rabbit hole to go down, but it's one we all need to. This poem is called "To the Students of the Mount Pleasant Indian Industrial Boarding School, 1893 to 1934. I am sorry. There is nothing I could say that would adequately express my sadness, my discomfort, and my shame every single time I drive by the decrepit remains of that American concentration camp, on my way home to hug my own children, my white children, who will never have to suffer as you did. I do not expect your forgiveness for a race, for a country that doesn't deserve it. How could anyone expect you to erase our atrocities from your blackboard like we eliminated your culture, language, your freedom, all in the name of education, of, quote unquote, killing the Indian to save the man? As if you couldn't be both, as if you were somehow less human than the monsters who stole you from the arms of adoring parents, transported you via rail like cattle to the complex where they stripped you of your clothes and your dignity as they doused you with insecticide, chopped off your hair, stealing what pride you had left so that you wouldn't cry as much when they took away your belongings, your photos of those who loved you, and even your names, your identities, bestowing you instead with the names of those who abused you, tortured you, forced you to work the hard labor that children who looked like them had already been spared. Buried the bodies of your friends on campus without telling their families, even a century after the crimes were committed, and then still had the gall to tell you that only Jesus could save you from hell, as if you didn't already know what eternal damnation felt like, as if they weren't the ones who damned you. No, we are the ones who need an education to know that not all devils are named Satan or Adolf, that some of them act in the name of a nation that preaches equality and justice for all. And that's why I swear to expose my students to the truth that some still want to hide. Those who want us to believe that America is a shining city on a hill and that we have been absolved of our sins simply because we asked for forgiveness. No, I'm not asking to be forgiven. You deserve better. More than I could ever give you, more tears than I could ever shed. But I promise you this, they'll never stop me from telling your story until I am dragged away to jail or the grave. They will not win. You will never be silenced. Thank you.